Hello, incoming fourth graders. Wow, it's our first day of summer school for math, and I am very excited. I know that you started off with reading on Monday and Tuesday, and so today and tomorrow we'll be doing our math part. Okay? So the first thing that we're going to be doing in math is we're going to be taking a look at how some properties in math, like the commutative associative property, distributive property, they can make multiplication and division easier. So that'll be our first topic. Okay, so we'll work on that today and tomorrow. We'll also work on it a little bit Wednesday and Thursday of next week also. Okay, so let's talk about how our summer school is going to look. For you, it should be pretty easy because we're going to follow kind of the same schedule that we did for the end of the school year. So you can expect a video like this. Okay, this will be the first thing that I want you to watch each day because there's not going to be something for you to watch in Pearson. So you're going to watch this video and I'm going to talk about the skills that we're working on that day. Okay? Then I'm assigning you something to do. Now, what I'm assigning you looks different in the school year because during the school year, I always just assign you stuff out of Pearson Realize, and I'm assigning you things out of Success Maker now for summer school. So, when you get done with this video, you're going to log into your Success Maker, and you're going to look for something called Summer School 4th Grade Math Week 1. Okay, so when you log into Success Maker, you know you have these little boxes for reading and math, and you're going to see a special box that says Summer School 4th Grade Week 1, and you're going to click on that, and that's where you're going to be doing your practice. Okay, so that practice is specific on what we're working on. If you get through that and you feel like it's really easy, and you have extra time today, and you're not at a Zoom meeting with me, then you can just do the regular math Success Maker 2, because that will be the other things that you need to work on, right? Because the Success Maker works by testing you and seeing what you need extra help on. Okay, so if you get done my regular assignment for the day, you always can do that too. Okay, I also will be around to answer your questions. So today, on top of our regular Zoom meeting time at 10:30, I'm also going to set up a link that I'll be on Zoom in case you have questions about how you get into Success Maker or anything like that. Okay, so you get confused about something, you can pop in and ask me some questions. I'll be on Zoom this extra time today too. I don't want to confuse you with that, but Ms. Rhonda wants me to have an extra Zoom time. Okay, so we'll have that. Now, and so that's what we'll do on Wednesday and Thursday. Okay, so let's go into what we're talking about today. So this takes some basic multiplication. If I have something like 3 times 5, I would know that 3 times 5 is 15 because 3 groups of 5 is 15. Now also, because I know that 3 times 5 is 15, I also know that 5 times 3 is 15. Okay? And that's important. That's important. And we accept that that's true, but you need to know that it's always true. Because in math, there is something called the commutative property of multiplication. And the commutative property of multiplication says it doesn't matter what order. These are called factors. It doesn't matter what order your factors come in, which one comes first, you're still going to have the same product. You're going to have the same answer. Okay? Pretty easy, pretty simple idea, right? But you can also use this to make a fact family. Okay, so if you know that you can switch the numbers around, you can think about all the different ways that you can arrange these numbers. So that means we also can say 15 divided by 5 equals 3, and 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Okay, so once you know one thing in this, you know everything. There's only 3 numbers that come in a fact family. Okay? Let's take a look at another example. Another example that you can see of a property that we use in math would be the associative property. So I have 3 numbers. I have 2 times 3 times 4. And I'm going to multiply that. I'm going to multiply 2 times 3 times 4. 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 times 4 would be 24. Okay? Now let's take the same 3 numbers and I can put them in a different order. Mix it all around. So let's say I have 4 times 2 times 3. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and multiply that. 4 times 2 is 8, and 8 times 3 equals 24. So what you'll notice here is that even when I have 3 numbers, I can switch their order all around and I'm still going to get the same answer. And that's because of something called the associative property. The associative property of multiplication says you can have 3 numbers, and it doesn't matter which 2 numbers you multiply first, you're still going to get the same product because of the associative property. Associative property. Okay? And I want to touch on one more property, and that's a property that we use for division, and that's going to be the distributive property. So let me show you an example of the distributive property. Distributive property is used to break apart larger multiplication or division problems. Okay? So let's say I have, now we'll do multiplication, that's easy enough. Let's say I have 15 times 3. And I think, oh, this might be a tough one. I can break this up into 10 times 3 plus 5 times 3. 10 times 3 is 30, and 5 times 3 is 15. 30 plus 15 is 45. So what the distributive property tells me is that I can take a big number, and when I'm multiplying, I can break that apart into small pieces. So in this case, I brought 15, and I broke it apart into 10 and 5. As long as I multiply both parts by 3, I can add them together to put it back together again when I'm done. Okay? So those are some of the properties that we're going to be looking at. Again, these properties help you with multiplication and division. They're different shortcuts sometimes, or it's a way of thinking that makes it easier to find the right answer. Okay, so remember, when you're done watching this video, you're going to be going into Success Maker and you're looking for summer school 4th grade math week 1. Okay, and that's where your activities will be. If you have trouble, you can message me on Class Dojo. I'm supposed to be on a Zoom meeting, so you can check for that. And also, we'll have our class time Zoom meeting. This is the one that it's important that you show up for, would be at 10:30. Okay? Have a fantastic day.